Welcome everyone. This is round number 3. Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club GT3 Challenge Championship. We are back on a Saturday once again. We are at the Hockenheimring for the German Grand Prix. My name is Rahul Nasir from Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. How is everyone doing? I see you guys now coming into the live stream here, and we have many drivers still yet to join up the server. We have about 20 minutes left to go before we get to qualifying. Today we have a 45-minute action-packed race for you guys, so sit tight. It's definitely going to be a really fun race to watch. 15 minutes of qualifying into a 45-minute race with one mandatory tire change and a competition caution. That'll be at random. And I'll go into that in a little bit more detail in just a moment. But I think it's been a little bit too long since we've heard these cars. So let's turn it up. Man, I don't know about you, but I definitely miss those sounds. If you haven't noticed already, we also have a little bit of a new telemetry for qualifying only. We have a little system that will count the sector times just to make qualifying that much more entertaining for you guys. But yeah, man, that is the Lexus driven by Marlon Young. He's been topping the timing sheets very early on in the practice week. That is until we had our return of one of our very fast drivers. Let's see if we can find him on track right now. Let's see, where is he? There he is in the Porsche, making his debut in this championship. But no stranger to Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. This is Oswin Wilson. This guy is crazy quick in these GT3 cars, and he has taken the Porsche and has signed on for the rest of this championship. So he's going to be a major threat with 2 rounds to go after Hockenheim. Oswin Wilson, he has topped the timing sheets and the only driver to get into the 1:39s. We're going to take a lap on him right now. Let's go, driver's eye. He's already set the fastest lap with a 1:39.824. He is already flying out there, making a statement. That is, I believe, the second time I've ever seen a 39, and it has happened in practice with 14 minutes left to go. Taking you through this wonderful lap at the Hockenheimring. You can see he's already 3/10 down. I could already tell from that first turn there. But the Porsche accelerates around the tight corners. If you guys have been keeping up with the entire championship, you know that the Bentleys have been absolutely dominant throughout this entire series, but they have all been stumped with Hockenheim, since this track does not have long straights. It's a very tight, twisty, challenging track that the Bentleys are going to have to keep up with the Porsches and even the Lexus. So qualifying will be very, very interesting, and I'm super excited for it. I'm gonna say Osman now. He's gonna come across to complete the second sector. He's actually quicker in sector 2. 64 hundredths of a second faster now. There he goes. We'll see if he actually does improve him his time. He was 3/10 down in the first sector. I'll be very amazed if he can manage to pull it back together in only 2 sectors, because 3/10 is a very big margin in the world of motorsports. He's going to come across the line now. Is it going to be any sort of improvement? No, it is not. He is 1/10 off of his previous time, but it is a 1:40, but he's still galloping that Porsche around this beautiful circuit here. Let's take you through a couple other drivers. Here is Martin Webster, who's actually improving on his personal best here in the Lexus, teammate of Marlon Young, driving for Team X-Play. Beautiful livery done by our very own Lance this year. If you don't remember last round, Martin Webster was the one to take pole position at Road Atlanta 2 weeks ago, and that was absolutely extraordinary from him. That is still one of those goosebump moments when you just watch back at it. But Martin Webster now looking for his second pole in this championship. He can very well do it. Marlon Young also on the table, so we could possibly see an X-Play 1-2, which you don't see that as often around here. So we're going to see now Martin Webster's going to come across the line. This should be definitely an improvement. Yes, it is, and actually puts him up into second, a 1:40.341. That is Martin Webster. We go on now to Raul Pratap. You may remember him from the IndyCar Championship we had, where he had finished in second in that championship. Very, very rapid driver. He has taken the Bentley, and I believe has signed on for the remainder of this championship. So it'll be very interesting to see what he can do in that Bentley. As you know, the only drivers to take the Bentley are Lance Nasir, Justin Nasir, Danny Nasir. As we see there, Tavar Clark in the Porsche putting it up into 4th. So Raul Pratap being the 4th driver to put himself in that Bentley. I'm sorry, Daniel Williams, that we have not seen since round 1. He is also in the Bentley. But Raul Pratap now, currently not on a fast one, on a out lap. But there he goes. Very interesting to see how he will do. Currently, throughout the week, his best time was a 1:41.691. So, ooh, we see a Porsche in the background there. That is Jaden Harrison, who was on a pretty decent lap, but has decided to park it there. Not too sure about that. Race director will probably direct him to go back into the pits. Sir Osman Wilson, you could already see that, actually, no, he is on his out lap. Let's find out who else is on track. We have a couple drivers who are chilling in the pits right now. Here is Isaiah, our newest member here at Kirby Motor Racing Sim Club. The Trinidadian is driving the only Lamborghini in this championship so far that I've seen. Personally, I love the Lamborghini, but I've not seen anyone take a drive in it. So we'll see what he can do in his debut race. Keep it on him. It is Oswin Wilson, however, who is absolutely set the fastest lap with a 1:39.672, lit up purples throughout all 3 sectors. Very, very fast driver, and will be the one who you guys got to keep an eye out for this race win. It is a 45-minute race with a mandatory pit stop and a random pit window, which we will go into right now. So we will obviously have to explain to the drivers afterwards, but to give you guys a little bit of an inside scoop, we have a wheel that I'll bring up on screen right now. There it is, the pit window wheel, as we're gonna call it here. A brand new and exciting feature that will give these guys a bit of a challenge in terms of strategy. How it's going to work is we are going to be waiting at the 25-minute mark. And at the 25-minute mark, you'll see at the bottom left, that little spinner will appear on your screen. We will be spinning that, and that will determine when the pit window happens. So nobody knows it, not including me. We used to have it so we did know when the pit window was happening for all drivers to make their strategy in that order. However, now it is completely random, and even I don't know when the pit window will commence. So super excited for that. We'll tuck that away now. Let's see who else is on track. We do have Dana Nasir also in the server, but still in the pits. You can kind of see in the background there, we do have the CMRC Ferraris as the safety cars out here. There's a great top-down shot of one of the Porsches. I believe that is Jaden Harrison. I believe we did hear news that he might be switching over teams. So to get the latest updates on that, and including points, which we'll get into in just a moment, make sure to follow us on Instagram. That will bring you all the latest updates, Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. You can also follow us on Facebook, as well as subscribing right here in the YouTube channel, where you get Hot Lap Fridays, where we take a hot lap around one of the GT3 cars around every track every week that we go. Ooh, Jaden Harrison hard into the wall. And he's going to be taking that car straight into the pits for repairs. I do believe Marlon Young is out right now. There he is. So let's actually go through the points right now. So we don't have them on screen at the moment, but after the sprint week last week, the sprint race had Justin Nasir taking home 8 points, followed by Martin Webster with 7 points. 6 points going to Danny Nasir, 5 points going to Tavar Clark, 4 points going to Dylan Moran, 3 points going to Klaus Klint, 2 points going to Cale Vandenroper, and 1 point going to Lance Nasir. And then for the main event, the feature race, we saw late drama. With 5 minutes ago, Danny Nasir had an engine failure, is what we're going to call it. If you were there, you'd know it actually happened. But we're going to call it an engine failure with 5 minutes left to go. Heartbreaking, as that was going to be his very first win, bidding out Justin Nasir. But it was Justin Nasir, at the end of the day, taking home maximum points, 25 points. Dylan Morant, however, taking home big points, as well as Klaus Klint, both of them teammates at Valhalla. Dylan Morant scoring P2 with 18 points. Klaus Klint in P3 with 15 points. Martin Webster in 4th place with 12 points. Tavar Clark with 10 points. Jaden Harrison in 6th takes home 8 points. With 6 points, it goes to Sean Lee, followed by Lance Nasir with 4 points. And because Danny Nasir did complete 90% of the event, you are able to score points, so he took home 2 points, finishing 9th. However, it was a DNF. Looking at the official standings now, we have Justin Nasir with 85 points, completely clearing the board. Will we see Justin Nasir today? I have not heard anything from him. Nada. We don't know if he'll be here, but if it's like Road Atlanta, he's going to show up out of nowhere and dominate the competition. We know how quick he is. But do our competitors know at the track what kind of pace he's running with in that Bentley? But Justin Nasir does hold the top of the points sheets in the driver standings with 85 points, followed by Martin Webster with 49, Klaus with 28, Marlon Young with 24, Dylan Morant with 22, Daniel Williams with 18, tied with Danny Nasir with 18 points, and Tavar Clark. Jaden Harrison with 14 points, Jeremiah Zanella with 8.6 points going to Sean Lee, 5 points going to Lance Nasir, 4 points going to Cole Bradbury, 2 points going to Calvin Roper and Javon Perry. That is your driver standings. In the team standings, however, it's a whole different story. TCOD Racing, which is Lance Nasir and Justin Nasir, that partnership has given us 90 points, the top of the team standings there, followed by X-Play with 73 points, 50 points going to Valhalla, 20 points going to Young Knight Racing, 18 points going to C-rated Ardian Racing with 18 points as well, Bimati Race Club with 16 points, Lycan Racing with 8 points, 6 points going to Cam's, 4 points going to Slush Racing Team, and that is your points standings so far. In terms of our weekly scores, Austin Wilson taking home 12 points with a 1 minute 39.783, followed by the most laps with Martin Webster with 139 laps valid, followed by Marlon Young, 94 laps, and Raul Pratap, 73 laps. So we take a look at the console here. Take a look at those live timing sheets there. So now you can see what's been going on here. You can see at the bottom, Oswin Wilson also trying out the McLaren, doing a 1 minute 40. So very interesting to see how much pace that McLaren can do. Obviously, Sean Lee, the only driver to drive the McLaren in this championship. We see in the chat here, Tavar Clark saying he might miss qualifying. That might not be good for the point standings, but he is, if he is able to make it for the race, that will be great. So we will keep an eye on him there. There you can also see Lance Nasir with a 1 minute 46.34. You see Oswin Wilson once again. It's because Oswin Wilson and Raul Pratap are new to this championship. They did have free choice to pick any car, so they were testing out everything to figure out what suits them the most, because GT3 racing is very different to any other category of racing, because all these cars are very different in terms of their characteristics, how they handle, how they feel, how fast they are. And it all goes down to how you feel as a driver inside the cockpit of these machines. So you can see there Oswin Wilson trying out both the Lexus and the McLaren, but settling for the Porsche, and I believe he also had tested out the Bentley. You can see myself in there. I had tried out the Lamborghini Huracan, put in a 141, but definitely that car can go way quicker. Just was not pushing hard enough, I promise. There you see also trying out the Bentley, and then you see Tavar Clark in the Porsche, but he is driving the Porsche, so that is nothing new. There you see Raul Pratap finishing his lap there. No improvements, and that is a 142. But yeah, that is your timing sheets there. We also see Klaus Klint, who I believe will be joining us for this event. So, with 18 seconds left to go in practice, time has flown fast. And it is going to be time to begin qualifying. We're We're gonna join the chat now and see what the guys are saying. Let's keep that auto camera on for you guys. But checkered flag is in the air. That is your session complete, and we are about to go into qualifying. Currently in overtime, everyone just putting themselves straight into the pits there. There you see in the chat, big up Team X Play. Will we see young iRacing come back strong? If we see Tavar race here. All good? So I believe that was Martin Webster. Getting that microphone set, as all drivers are mandatory to be in the Discord, as that is our communication base in the voice chat. So you get to hear all the drivers' expressions and feelings throughout the entirety of all our races, actually. Some great reactions, some bad reactions. But with 70 guys watching the stream, thank you guys so much for tuning in wherever you are around the world. We see Jaden Harrison now crossing the line, and that should complete qualifying, and he does improve, going third fastest. Great stuff from him in the Porsche. But that is your practice done. We're now going to head into qualifying, which will be a 15-minute run. So stay tuned.
Raul, can we get an overview of the race format before we go?
Yep, just give me 1 second. I just want to make an announcement in the chat to get everyone in the server, in the voice chat. So we're just waiting for all the drivers to complete their laps. I believe Isaiah is on track right now, and some of the drivers are joining, so we are just giving them a moment to connect in as well as join up the voice chat. All right, mic check.
Roger that.
All right, cool. All right, so welcome everyone. Thank you guys for coming out today. We have a 45-minute race with a mandatory tire change and a competition caution. However, instead of giving you guys when the competition caution will happen, the competition caution will be completely random, decided on stream. So, on stream, at the 23-minute mark, we're going to be spinning a wheel. And with that wheel spin, that will determine when the competition caution will be. So it will create a little bit of randomness instead of giving you guys exactly when the time goes up. What that means for pit windows is that the pit window is completely open once we go green flag racing, and they will be completely closed. The pit window will be completely closed, and you are not able to pit when the competition caution is going on. However, once the competition caution is done, you are allowed to pit again. So the pit window is always open, and it will only be closed when we decide the competition caution. Once again, we're going to decide that competition caution on a wheel spin that will be done on the live stream. If you guys want to have the live stream tuned in onto the side, you can, but it will be announced by me exactly when the competition caution will happen, and it will happen between the 20-minute mark and the 12-minute mark. If you guys have any other questions, do let me know. Qualifying has started. Good luck.
Sorry, just jumped in. Pit window specific, or I can pit anytime?
You can pit anytime. It's when the competition caution comes out, you're not allowed to pit, and I'll just keep repeating that on and on, obviously. All right, it is now time for official qualifying. And now the goosebumps start to happen as it is qualifying. We are going to see the fastest drivers from around the world take on Hockenheim. Make your predictions early on. Who is going to be taking pole position here? It's going to be an exciting one. Do have yellow flags, I believe, just past turn 1. Not too sure what's that for, but that should be cleared up. So just ignore that. Ooh, we see Klaus Clint there just going off his teammate.
Mic check.
Yep, all good. We see Klaus Clint there in the Mercedes. His teammate is not able to make it, Dylan Morant, so he will be carrying the torch. As this outlap has not been very good for Klaus Clint, as we do see, let's see who is ahead beginning their lap. It is both of the X-Play drivers. So we're going to see how they do. Keep an eye on those timing sheets on the top left. You'll see the sector times kick in just a moment. But there are the two X-Play drivers going to be beginning their fastest laps. Can we see an X-Play 1-2? We see Marlon Young going purple in Sector 1. We are on board with him. Beautiful, beautiful Lexus going past our camera screens there. Aerial shot, hard braking zone. Hairpin here. You can see his teammate Martin Webster getting very feisty. I believe he should be backing out right now because he is very close to his teammate, almost running into the back of him. Both of them going a little bit wide, but the car looks very stable. Coming up to Sud Curve, just going past Mobile 1 curve there. We're gonna see how these guys do on times now. So coming around the final corner now. I believe now they're going to begin their laps. At least we're going to see the timing sheet. But it's Martin Webster so far with the fastest time of a 1:46.72. Marlon Young follows him 2/10 off. But now we can see the timer. There you can see Isaiah just in front of your screen there. But both X-Play drivers extremely close to each other. Looks like Martin Webster wants all the slipstream to himself. Martin Webster getting a very fast last sector. And Marlon Young getting a very fast middle sector. Now you can see Marlon Young 4/10 off the fastest time so far. There you see Klaus now putting in his time. Actually not valid. So is Raul Pratab. Lots of lockup. Ooh, big spin in the background. That is Martin Webster compromising big time on his lap there. There you can see, ooh, contact. Was that Marlon not realizing where Isaiah was? Isaiah looked like he was trying to get out the way, not too sure what that was all about. But there you see Oswin Wilson, currently fastest right now. Let's go find him on track. There he is.
We should kick Isaiah, man. Mine just hit me out.
Yeah, we're investigating it. Just friendly reminder, if a driver is behind you going on a fast lap, you must pull over unless you are on a fast lap. We're keeping an eye on all drivers. So there is Oswin Wilson. You heard race director after Marlon Young's small complaint. So it did look like he was on the racing line there. Just nowhere to go. There we see Tavar Clark in the chat. He will try to make it. Of course, if you are listening to the chat, Tavar, we will, we don't mind waiting a couple minutes for you to get into the server. But Oswin Wilson 2/10 down on the fastest time right now. So around Martin Webster's pace that he is. So no improvements just yet. However, 7/10 improving in the second sector. Raul Pratap putting in his time of a 1:42. Oswin Wilson slowly tuning up the band in that Porsche. Is that going to be the car that will take pole position? But he is 7/10 up in his middle sector. Comes around the final corner now. And that's going to be a 1:39.999 purples across the board. Oswin Wilson there. He's going to take it very wide, but he's going to take it straight into the pits, I believe. There he is. Who do we have next? There we can see Raul Pratap, not on a fast lap just yet. Here is Marlon Young. You can see Lanceness here actually joining in the server on the bottom right-hand side of your screen there. We do have our in-game chat that we can see any sort of corner cuts. But does that mean Justin Nasir is going to make it? We do not know. You can now see Martin Webster. If he is on a flyer, he is on a valid one. So we're going to go driver's eye with him. See lots of lockup coming from that Lexus there. And he is a 10th quicker in the first sector. Things are heating up already early on. We know Martin Webster, last time out, put in the final lap to put himself on pole position. Is it going to be the same story, or looks like he wants it early? Very wide he goes on the exit of that hairpin there. We're going to come back to him, though. Let's see where Marlon is. Currently getting past Klaus Klint there. There we see Jaden Harrison now getting on for a valid lap, so we can catch up to him after. Here comes a Martin Webster about to cross the second sector mark. We're gonna see where he is on pace. It is 6/10 up on his personal. So he is flying! The rear tire just slipping into the gravel there, managing to keep this car alive and keeping this lap well, maybe losing half a tenth from that small little mistake there. But coming across the final corner now, beautiful exit there, coming across the line now. It is P2, 6/10 off of pole. However, it is a 1:46.72. Oswin Wilson still in the pits. Looks like he is a one and done after one lap. But Marlon Young, however, is going way quicker. He's 3/10 up. We do see... Go back to Jaden Harrison. Actually, he was quicker in the first sector, but losing it all in sector 2. But there we see Marlon Young with 6 minutes and counting. Can he put the Lexus on pole? There you can see Isaiah in front. A little bit of drama not too long ago. Is he going to get out the way, or is he on a fast one? We are not too sure. Marlon Young, 2/10 up on his personal. But there you can see he does get out the way. Great sportsmanship from the Trinidadian there. On board now with Marlon Young. Coming around the final 2 corners. And is it going to be enough for pole position? Marlon Young charges across the line. It's not going to be, but he's going to jump his teammate. It's a 1:40, 3:11. And Marlon Young just gaining a track extend there, and that lap now will not count that he's on. There you can see Martin Webster coming out now. Danny Nasir also getting a corner cut. There is Jaden Harrison. He is fastest in the first sector. We saw it last time out. What can he do in the second sector now? Is it going to be a purple? Comes across now. It is not. It is an improvement from his personal best. 8/10 up on his personal. Oswald Wilson still in the pits, and no sign of TCOD driver Justin Nasir. Just going to do a quick audio check on the stream here. Cross now. It is not. It is an improvement from his personal best. 8/10 up on his... All right, we are good there. Still haven't left yet. I'm going to try to be there. Tavar Clark. We are able to wait a little bit, but not too long. Jaden Harrison, a second down on the 3rd sector there. Let's see where Arul Patab is. Comes across the line. He is going to go up into 4th, pushing down Jaden Harrison. There is Marlon Young. No improvements just yet. Will we see a late pole position change, or will Oswin Wilson take it? No driver has touched the 39s, but we're now gonna stick with Marlon Young just for a bit here. Oh no, he's gonna go very wide. Is that a corner cut? It is a corner cut. As you see in the bottom right-hand side of your screen, it's a track extend, and that lap will not count. Now we can watch Danny Nasir and Klaus Clint. There is Danny Nasir in that blue Bentley there. Klaus actually taking himself into the pits. Ooh, a lot of grass there coming from Danny Nasir, and that will be a corner cut. But I believe he is on an out lap. A little bit more difficulties there. Just going to quickly adjust our spinner here. Danny Nasir getting a track extend once again. A lot of these guys suffering with track extends, and will it play out in the race in the form of cut track penalties? Marlon Young, first sector nailing it, but the second sector he cannot put together. Did he have to back out? We do not know. We did not see him earlier, but he is a second down. Where is Martin Webster? He's currently not on a fast one at all. Very wide. Marlon goes. He is taking up all that AstroTurf. Here comes Martin Webster. Way better around turn 1 than his teammates. Rahul Pratap sticks into the pits. A minute 13 left to go. These are the final runs. Nobody can come out just yet. There you can see the beautiful forest here at Hockenheim, but we are focusing now on these drivers. Marlon Young, just under a 10th. Oh, big lockup. That's going to ruin his lap, and that's his qualifying over with. Can Martin Webster do anything about it? We look on our timing sheets there. Lots of curb and Looks like he may have ruined it. Jaden Harrison, who also was looking quick, has pulled it over. And looks like that might be qualifying done. I don't see anyone on our timing sheets improving. We look now in the console. Osmond Wilson, the only driver to hit purple, but he is in the pits. So with 18 seconds left to go, can Martin Webster hustle that car around to get another lap in? I don't think he can. This looks like it will be it for his qualifying. Yes, it will. 5 seconds. It's done. We look at our timing sheets now. He is 2. No improvements. The checkered flag is out. And he takes it into the pits. But ladies and gentlemen, that would mean Osmond Wilson just needs 1 lap and he puts it on pole position. There is your driver who'll be taking pole position. No sign of Justin Nasir. We only see Lance Nasir. We can ask him in the chat what's going on there. But there is your pole man, Oswin Wilson. We actually see we do have 2 drivers still on track now. We do see Jaden Harrison. He is on a fast one, but he has crossed the start-finish line after the checkered flag. Danny Nasir as well. I believe he will be taking that car into the pits, or will he be completing the lap? He will be completing the lap. And is it any sort of improvement? I doubt it, because the checkered flag did wave way earlier on. And Jaden Harrison into the pits now. It is just Danny Nasir now pulling up. All right, great qualifying. Congratulations, Oswin Wilson, Marlon Young, and Martin Webster. So we do have word right now that Tavar is trying to make it home to try to join us. So we will give it like about 2 or 3 restarts to see if he can join in.
How long is the race?
The race will be 45 minutes. No extra lap. It'll just be 45 minutes, and then once that timer is up, wherever the leader is, that will be the final lap.
The AC fuel software says 15 minutes.
Yes, yeah, I'll just go into that now. The 15 minutes is just because there is going to be a rolling start, so I have given 5 minutes to do that. So yeah, do fuel your car for the 50 minutes then.
Okay.
So yeah, we're just gonna stall a little bit just for 5-6 minutes, and if he does not show up, we will go on with the race. I'll go into the competition caution procedure again. So basically how that's going to work is once we go green flag racing, the pits will be open. The pits will be closed when the competition caution comes out. However, the competition caution will be decided by a wheel spin at the 23-minute mark of the race. If you have the stream open, you guys could take a listen to that, but I'm not going to be spinning the wheel and then saying right after what number I get. As soon as that minute hits, that is when I'll call it out. And during this competition caution, there will be no pit stops whatsoever. Anyone to take a pit stop, that will be a time penalty of a drive-through that will be decided at the end of the race. So there will be a wheel spin on stream and whatever the minute lands on between the 20-minute mark and the 12-minute mark, there will be a mandatory, there will be a competition caution in which we will just be bunching up the guys and getting you guys racing as soon as possible.
Excuse me, that's 20 minutes into the race and 12 minutes remaining of the race?
Yeah, in between then.
Roger that.
It's a 45-minute race.
Yes, it is a 45-minute race, but fuel your car for 50 minutes, as that will be enough time to do a formation lap. For the rolling start we will do. Klaus, if you're trying to say anything, I think your mic is not working. I just saw it react for a second. So we're just going to stick on the grid here for a little bit. I'll give you guys a reminder now. We will be restarting the server, like obviously just to restart so you guys are still on the grid. So chances are your pit stops will be reset. If that's the case, it is your responsibility to make sure that is in check. You will have more than enough time on the formation lap to just do that quickly if you guys have a D-pad on your steering wheel. If not, just wait on my command to know when the final time we are restarting the server. So you have it all set, and keep an eye and make sure your pit stops are set completely.
Why restarting the server?
So we're just waiting for Tavar. He said he's close, so we're just going to, do what we did last week at Lime Rock. So just restarting the server twice. But we will get the show on if he does not show up. All right. There are the drivers on the grid.
Comment that kind of caught the tail part of it. One of the new guys in the issue with Marlon has he been cautioned on or at least briefed on procedures and whatever we do, etc.
Right, just regular racing procedures. Obviously, we just want a clean race. Yeah, not much to say there. Regular racing code of conduct. Alright, just going to restart the server now.
Did Tavar respond?
He is responding in our live chat saying he's on his way home. But we're going to do one more full loop restart. And if not, the next time we will go racing for sure. All right. All the cars are on the grid, as you can see there. Ooh, you can see in the background. Ooh, I actually see Zanella joining in right now. Zanella, I'll quickly just go through what we are going to be doing for this race. So 45-minute race. You can pit at any time. We're going to be doing a formation lap once the lights go out. And from there, formation lap. And then once we go green flag, the pits will be open. There will be a competition caution at a random time. When that does happen, there will be no pit stops. There'll be pits will be completely closed. Once the competition caution is over with, you are able to pit again. And I'll just keep repeating that throughout when we do have that competition caution.
Unpitted mean mandatory tire change.
Yes, mandatory tire change. Alright, so going to restart the server one more time now, and then next time out, if he does not show up now, we will go racing. Alright, it is time to go racing now, very shortly. I hope you guys enjoy this one. This is going to be exciting. Welcome everyone to Hockenheim. This is round number 3 of the Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club GT3 Challenge Championship at Hockenheim. Hockenheimring in Germany here for the German Grand Prix. Built long ago, opened in 1932. This track is 90 years old. Of course, not running the exact same layout that they did run in 1932. But the track in its latest configuration, the exact configuration that F1 does race on since this track has been configured in 2002. This beautiful track seeing times of 1 minute in the 1 minute 40s. Definitely really excited for this one. We go live onto the track right now, and let's look at that qualifying. So on pole position we have Oswin Wilson, followed by Marlon Young and Martin Webster. Raul Pratap in 4th, Jaden Harrison in 5th, Danny Nasir in 6th, Klaus Clinton 7th, Isaiah in his debut race, the Trinidadian, he'll be starting 8th. Lance Nasir in 9th. Lance Nasir in 10th. Jeremiah Zanella will be starting 11th. And hopefully we can see Tavar Clark, as we're going to be restarting the server one last time for him. And if he does not show up, that is your grid. So as the music slightly fades down, you can hear these cars rumble. And we're going to join the chat one last time. Alright, so we're restarting the server, and this is going to be the final time. If we don't hear any response from him, we will officially go racing.
Did he send any indication that he's on or no?
No, not as yet. I'm looking in the chats if he's there.
Not communicating, then he's probably not close by.
He's saying in the chat that he's saying in our live chat that he's really close by.
What's really close?
Can't we keep doing this? He's
A minute or two is close. Other than that,
He said he's at a stoplight to his street. So if this timer goes down and I don't hear anything from him in the voice chat, then we will go racing from this countdown forward. Curtis, I don't believe he's in the voice chat, but he's saying if he wants to join, he can. Suspense in the air right now.
Maybe you get one more wrong, give Curtis a chance, and maybe tomorrow might take
All right, so Tavar said he is home. Tavar, if you are here,
drop the link quickly
join
for,
up.
for this
Discord right now. Yep.
Curtis, you got the link or you want Raul to give it to you? We're kind of low on time. Curtis, is you hearing me?
I don't think he's in the voice chat.
Yeah, he is. He is. He is.
Alright, it's there. Alright, we're gonna do one final restart and then this is the one, then we can't wait any longer. Alright, last one for sure, and we'll go racing now. Yeah, we apologize for the delay now, but we do want to get all our drivers into the server as soon as possible.
Wait, Justin, is not around today?
Hey, he's upstairs. I know, Paddy. Yeah. For whatever reason, I got.
Probably doing something else.
Yeah, I don't know. My buddy's coming in at.
Oh, it's probably preparing to go airport or something.
Yeah, I really gotta go. He's coming in for the Indy.
Yeah. We're gonna catch him there next week.
Took 3 years.
All right, Tavares in. Tavares, I see you loading up into the server now, so we are good now. No more restarts from here. Make sure your setups and pit stop strategies are in place.
Super, thank you guys. Super.
No problem, man.
What a voice, double.
You owe us one, Tavon. You gotta buy the next run of beers.
Curtis, can we see you join? You got a minute 30. I know you don't have setup or anything. The best thing you could do if you want to race, you could just join the server and just chuck in a full tank of fuel. We have a minute and 8 seconds, so we're going to go from here. We will not be doing any more server restarts. So yeah, once again, you make sure you have your pit stop strategy set. To make sure to set that throughout the formation lap. Keep checking on it throughout the race when you can, especially when it is ready for your pit stop. All right, finally the suspense is over and it is time to go racing.
Remember, guys, a rolling start, right?
Rolling start, yes. We're gonna go double file. Tavar, I see you disconnected from the server, and Curtis, I see you joining into the server. I suggest you join.
Yeah, my controller was not connected, so that's it. I'm back in.
If you hop in right now, it might put you into the pits. However, you shouldn't be a lap down. You could just catch up to the back of the field, but you are in the back anyways. Lights are going on now. Remember, it is a rolling start. We're gonna go double file, please. I believe this track is wide enough for you guys to do that. So remember, rolling start.
Pull up at the back, Tovar. And Curtis.
Yep. So Tavar, I still see you on the grid there. Are you just loading in? There you go. I see you moving. You're good. All right, catch up to the pack. All right, so keep that double file. It's perfect there so far. Obviously, we'll clean it up once we get to the end of the lap. This would be a great time now to make sure your pit stop strategies are set. All right, boys, here we go. And I'll go through this one more time since we have 3 new drivers here. So, quick as possible, 45-minute race. mandatory pit stop. You are allowed to pit anytime in this race. However, during the competition cautions, the pits will be completely closed. Once the pits are closed, you are not allowed to go into the pits. If you do, that will be a penalty, unless Real Penalty tells you they have a drive-through or a stop and go. You're not allowed to do any maintenance on your car during the competition caution. Once the competition caution is over, you are allowed to pit once again. So the pits are closed during comp caution, and they will be open again afterwards. During when the competition caution happens exactly, that will be decided on a wheel spin that'll be happen on the stream. This pit window, this competition caution will be random and will happen between the 20-minute mark and the 12-minute mark. So be prepared around that time slot when to pit.
20 minutes and 12 minutes?
Not the pit.
So so when you look at the timer, you see 20 minutes left to go. That will be the time that you will potentially hear when the competition caution will happen. Honestly, the best way to think about it is just wait till I say competition caution, and then you know when to bunch up, like a regular safety car, when I call out safety cars out.
Think about it like IndyCar. It's a caution, but pits are closed.
Exactly. If you guys have any questions throughout, let me know. But obviously, we are racing now, so we don't want any strategies. We don't want anyone complaining. Guys, have a great race. Oswin, you are under my race direction. I will let you know when to go racing and when the green flag drops. Have a clean race and make sure your pit stops are all set. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to get this race underway.
Good luck, guys.
Curtis, come out of pit and come around. We're on a rolling start. Come around quickly so you don't go lap down.
Is he on the grid? All right, go around again. Go around again. Just go past him. We're gonna do another formation lap.
Whoa, who was that?
So we are not going racing. We're just gonna do another formation lap. So false start, false start. So Curtis, your car is still on the grid. No idea what's going on there.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Yeah, you can hear you now.
So my game was loading for a lot long. So yeah, I'm going.
You can go now. You can go now. Yeah, just catch up. It was a false start anyways. So.
Let him roll. Hold on. Let him pass us. Let him pass us and unlap himself.
All right, cool. Go ahead, Curtis.
Pass everybody and come around.
Do it on the straight.
Path on the right.
You go on the right, Curtis. Go. Where is he?
No idea.
Two guys.
Yeah, he's
way
going. He's
back.
going. He's going. All right, Curtis, we can't wait for you exactly, so you're gonna have to hustle that thing around. But Oswin, your pace is perfect, so you can keep that. Thank you.
Yeah, it's good. I probably should be starting further back anyway.
So remember, pits are still closed until the green flag is dropped. So even though we are at the 45-minute mark now, pits are still closed until the green flag drops when we officially go racing.
Tires are cold, guys, so be careful.
Yep, you're going to be driving on ice blocks, and turn 1 is going to be very tricky, so just be patient around there. All right, so all the suspense leading up to this moment when we begin racing.
Somebody just spun out or hit me.
Or just spun out something.
We'll keep an eye on pings. We'll keep an eye out on the internet connections.
The guys.
Yep, we'll keep an eye. I got it. I got it. We'll keep an eye on it. So finally, now we're gonna get under racing. We're gonna lose about 2 minutes, probably 3 minutes of racing time. But finally, we will be getting ready to go green. It's about time. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to go racing here. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the stream. All right, so Oswin, you are on race director's control. I'll let you know when we go green. That pace is perfect. Everyone bunch up, double file, please. Let's keep it clean and let's have a good race. All right, here we go. Around the final corner now. The leaders go. Make your predictions early. Who's going to be taking this race? And now we wait for the green. Green flag, green flag. And the green is dropped and they go racing. And we see Marlon Young getting an amazing start there, jumping Oswin Wilson. Oswin actually going very wide, but all the cars look very clean. They're going around turn one. Beautiful camera shot there, but Oswin Wilson is losing out big time. Both X-Play drivers have jumped him, and looks like the nightmare is continuing. Rahul Pratap on the inside, trying to get ahead of both Porsches. Doesn't get it done just yet. Oswin Wilson struggling now. He's losing out big time. But there you see Jaden Harrison trying to get the overtake done. He's on the outside. Oswin Wilson, very awkward line going in. He's gonna run it very deep. No, there is contact in the background. That is Rahul Pratap, Danny Nasir, but they all get it going. All right, so green flag, green flag. Oswin Wilson now getting a little bit of a break, but you look in the background there. We got two hungry Porsches behind the Bentley, and what a dive bomb from Tavar Clark. He has not put in any qualifying laps in or practice laps in for the day, and this guy is flying out here. He's in P5. We see both of the Porsches battling behind him, though. It is Jaden Harrison following up his sister teammate, Bimati Race Club. Oh, we see in the background, is that Danny to see in the gravel? Couple of drivers going in, cutting the grass now. That is big damage. To Klaus, wow. Coming back on track. Not too safe is Klaus. Stewards will look at that. Martin Webster, however, puts in the fastest lap of this race. But Marlon Young leads it, followed by Martin Webster and Oswin Wilson. Rahul Pratap not too far behind, though. Zanella in P6. We haven't seen him since Silverstone. But there you see Curtis Gregory, 29 seconds, but the competition caution will come into play and will help him get back into this race. Marlon Young leads this one, 1.46 seconds from his teammates. Will we see any team orders? Will we hear any team orders? We don't know. All we know is that Oswin Wilson is hot on the tail of Martin Webster. We go on board with Oswin Wilson. Now we are in driver's eye. Marlon Young, first sector going quickest now. But looks like he's lost a lot of time as now Martin Webster now half a second. Oh, jumps the curb a lot. And Martin Webster does gain a cut track. As a result, Oswin Wilson tried to keep up with the two Lexus. Can he get his win in this debut race in this championship? We see Isaiah actually early out before this race even got underway. He did retire very early on. Oswin Wilson now 6/10. There you see the top three there. And Marlon Young puts in the fastest lap. And Oswin Wilson is a second faster with a 1:47.63. He is hot on the charge. Where is Rahul Pratap? There he is. He's under pressure from Tavar Clark. We go driver's eye with Tavar Clark there. 8/10 separating the two. We know that Bentley has the legs and it can pull on the straights, but the Porsches are just so quicker in the corners. But there you see on the leaderboard there, Oswin Wilson losing 2 positions from the start. Jaden Harrison losing 2 positions, followed by Danny Nasir and Klaus Klint and Lance Nasir. See a lot of smoke ahead. We jump to it. It's Austin Wilson. It's just more lockups. Can he do anything about it? Is he going to be going in the hot charge early on, or is he going to play the pit stop game? But look at the top three, very close to each other, especially Martin Webster. Is Martin the quicker driver here? We're going to look at the timing sheet. Jaden Harrison with an issue. He goes off track. He's going to lose out and go down to P9. Klaus is definitely going to take that position from him. Is Martin Webster quicker than his teammate? This is looking a lot like the sprint race there in Austria earlier today. Martin Webster is quicker. He is very quicker than his teammate. Are they going to swap the positions? Oswin Wilson is right there. It might not be the best time too. Marlon Young making a lot of mistakes, going very wide, and Oswin Wilson will be there to pick up the pieces even if they swap positions, because they won't be able to get away with it because one driver will have to lift and it will be the lead one. But are both X-Play drivers allowed to battle each other? That could be the other thing. Jaden Harrison gaining his second cut track out of 5. Marlon Young taking it very deep. Oswin is right there. What is X-Play going to do now? X-Play are going to have to be forced to battle with each other, because it doesn't look like Martin Webster will be holding off anytime soon. Martin wants a win. Marlon wants a win. Oswin wants this win. It is 36 minutes left to go in this one, and things are heating up. Beautiful battle here for first position. We don't get it often, especially a 3-car battle. We hope you guys are loving it at home as much as we are here. Jaden Harrison getting past Klaus Klint, the same place Jaden Harrison had run off. Let's get in that rear camera of Marlon Young. Tavar Clark getting his second cut track. Marlon Young looks like he is trying to pull away, but the slipstream is allowing Martin Webster to keep up. You can see how much he's gaining on this small straight here. Hard on the brakes now. Doesn't get the car rotated completely. It's a different line Marlon is taking. Martin taking more of an apex. Marlon taking a very wide exit. But no matter what the X-Play boys do, Oswin Wilson is there, and he's 4 tenths behind. Marlon Young, is that very wide? No, it's Martin Webster. I'm not even surprised that has happened as a result. And Oswin Wilson, hot on the charge, going onto the inside. A very, very, very bad dive, I have to say, from Martin Webster. Loses a free position, and he makes contact with Oswin Wilson. Very hot on the brakes. So Martin Webster now tried to get the move done on his teammate, Marlon Young, but going very deep, and doesn't get the move done, and has lost the position to Oswin Wilson now. Oswin now on the hunt for Marlon Young, and if you do not know this rivalry Marlon Young and Oswin Wilson has had throughout the years of these guys competing between each other, oh boy, they're fun to watch. Oswin Wilson, 9 tenths, 8 tenths, 6 the difference. Coming around the final corner now. Martin Webster is going to have to come back now big time. Raul Pratab finally getting away from Tavar Clark, but Tavar Clark side by side, door to door with Jeremiah Zanella, the only other driver in the McLaren. We go on board with Zanella now, driver's eye. How close is this battle? We've never seen the McLaren against the Porsche around Hockenheim. A little bit of lag we see from Tavar Clark there. We know he's on a pad. He's not on his regular steering wheel. Doesn't get the move done, but 5/10 of difference. We move back up to this battle here. Oswin Wilson very close to Marlon Young, but looks like Oswin Wilson just has that first sector down. He's flashing the headlights. Flashing the headlights, trying to distract him. Marlon Young. Does he go into defensive? He kind of does. He sticks that car in the middle. It's going to compromise his exit now. Oswin Wilson tries to get a tight exit. Marlon Young is going to cover that, shuts the door. Oswin not getting the best of exits now, coming up to Mobile 1 curve. 5 the difference. Oswin is pushing hard. He is the fastest first sector, I should say. He is gunning it. He wants this lead because he knows if he's backed up too much, he's going to get right back into Martin Webster, and a next place sandwich is not fun to be in. Oswin Wilson so close to the Lexus, but can't get it on the straight. He needs to get it in the corners. That's where the Porsche is strong, especially driver's eye back into Oswin Wilson's car. We go now into sector times. Let's see how quick these guys are running with each other. She doesn't look like we will be able to get sector times at the moment. But you see, this is the battle for the lead. Marlon Young versus Oswin Wilson. Coming down to the hairpin. I hear in the background it's a Mercedes. It is Curtis Gregory, who's already trying to make work of Lance Desir. Lance Desir actually pulls away, gains away, and the leaders are coming up fast. Will Oswin use the back markers to his advantage? We do not know. Marlon takes that corner very wide. And you see Lance Desir pulling away. Oswin Wilson hot on the charge. Friendly reminder, Curtis, blue flags. You have 2 of the leaders coming up. And race director just stepping in to make sure this battle is going on swell. Curtis actually taking the car very wide. And it's probably going to lose out to Martin Webster as well. However, it has not affected this battle whatsoever, as both drivers, Oswin Wilson and Marlon Young, have gotten clean and away from Curtis Gregory. And Martin Webster is doing the same. But we cannot get our eyes off of this battle. Anything can happen. Oswin Wilson, a veteran in GT3 racing, GT racing, I should put it. He knows the ins, the outs, how to overtake you and how to humiliate you. He knows everything. Can Oswin Wilson pull it off? And in his first race in this championship, take this win? And looks like the switchback might have gotten him very close, or he has. Flashing the headlights once again.
Open?
Yes, they are. Pits are open.
Oh no.
You see Oswin Wilson squaring up the corners, trying to get the better run off of Marlon Young. But in 6 minutes' time, we will find out when the competition caution will be coming out. A slow exit for Marlon Young. They're side by side at Sun Curve. Oswin does not take it to the inside. The switchback was possible, but he does not choose to go for it. Oswin now very, very close to that Lexus, and Marlon doing an absolute fantastic job of keeping Wilson behind him. That Porsche very quick around the corners, but Marlon just so quicker on the straights. Talk of the show, these two guys have been hogging up all the cameras, but it's worth it. Oswin Wilson 6 the difference. You can see Martin Webster not too far behind, but he needs these top 2 guys to battle just a little bit more. if he wants to do anything with this battle. Tavar Clark getting his 3rd cut track out of 5. We look back at him now. He's trying to chase down Zanella. He is 1.6 behind. We come back to this battle up here, though. It looks like... No, it's not. The Lexus just has way better pull-off. On the corner. Can Oswald do anything here? Can he stick it down the inside? No, he pulls out to the outside. Can he do anything about it? Marlon takes that car very wide. But he can't get it done. Marlon favoring a wider exit. Can Oswald use that to his advantage? You can see Oswald now getting feisty. Pull it out. Trying to force a mistake. You can see how much of the brakes Marlon goes. Oswald almost running to the rear of him. But this battle is all the talk right now. It is 27 minutes and 40 seconds and counting left to go in this race. 45 minutes have gone by pretty quick, and both of these guys have got us glued to our screen, sitting at the edge of our seats. We see in the background Danny Nasir getting past Jaden Harrison. Where is Klaus? Klaus coming up, but it might not be enough for any sort of safety car. Austin Wilson once again flashing those headlights. There is no rule to not do that, but it looks like Austin Wilson has the inside. Yes, he does. This is his best chance so far. Hard on the brakes he goes. Is it too much on the brakes? Marlon doesn't pull the switch back, and Oswald Wilson leads the German Grand Prix. Finally, it has happened. Jaden Harrison takes that car into the pits for his stop. And Marlon Young is going to want to fight back as soon as possible, but Oswald Wilson's only goal is to stretch that gap. We see Jaden Harrison still into the pits there. Do we see any more stops before the announcement of the pit window? Sorry, of the competition caution. Because remember, the competition caution can happen anytime between the 20-minute mark and the 12-minute mark. One wheel spin, Wheel of Fortune style, that's going to decide it. But this race is back now. The top 3, how they qualified. Austin Wilson, followed by Marlon Young and Martin Webster. Do X-Play have another ace up their sleeve? Can an early stop, an undercut, if you will, be enough to tantalize the lead of Oswald Wilson? But both Lexus sticking close behind. Martin Webster as well closed up that gap very well and is now back in this battle. 25 to go. You know, at 23 minutes, we spin that wheel.
Was the caution decided yet?
Not yet. Zanella with an issue. He has spun it, but he gets out the way in time. Oswald taking a very wide exit on that hairpin. There you see X-Play, and especially Martin Webster, the driver who is currently top of the standings, at least who has entered in this race. We have not seen any sign of Justin Nasir. And that would mean if he can somehow gain a win over here, this is a driver that we should be watching for this championship picture. 24 minutes now. In a minute and 40 seconds, we will be hearing from race director when the competition comes out. But the drivers will not know unless they're tuning in to the broadcast. But you see Oswald Wilson already pulling away that gap. That gap now 1.8 seconds. Martin and Marlon. Martin taking it into the pits. We watch now. Speeding penalties can happen at any moment. He puts himself even into neutral. He makes sure he gets that car slowed down, and yes, he does. The pit stops are now underway. Can Martin Webster pull off the undercut? Marlon Young stays out, potentially to pressure Oswald Wilson. There you see Lance Nasir pulling away onto the side. 1 minute left to go until we figure out when the competition caution happens. Once again, this competition caution can happen anytime between the 20-minute mark and the 12-minute mark. We will know for sure on the stream. A lot of the guys won't know on the track. There is Rahul Pratap currently in third right now. Martin Webster coming out of the pits. Where is Tavar Clark? Is it going to be enough to jump him and hold him up? Curtis Gregory gets away. Curtis does get away. You hear Martin Webster shout, "You are lagging, sir." And he does get out the way. Tavar Clark next to overtake. And he does it in 18 seconds. We're pulling the wheel up. Ladies and gentlemen, there is your wheel. And as soon as that 23-minute .00 hits, the wheel is spinning. And the drivers are now probably going to want to listen to the broadcast because we are spinning the wheel right now. Here it goes. When will the pit stop? When will the pit window be open? It will be open at the 19-minute mark. There it is. So there you go. That is when the pits will be open. Klaus already heading into the pits. He probably has heard the news. It's time to jump in the pits early because the pits will be closed very shortly. Oswin now stretching his gap, and Marlon Young has a keen ear because there he is into the pits. And coming out looks like no, he isn't. Rahul Pratap drive through for speeding into the pit lane. No, no, no. That is not what he needs in this race at all. And he's running in third. Not good for his championship picture here. Martin Webster getting his pit stop done already. Oswin Wilson in the lead. Very, very far gap. The gap between himself and the second place driver looks like actually it's a race between two X-Play drivers. Who's going to come out on top? It's Martin Webster only just. And there you see Tavar Clark in the background. Believe not making a stop yet. And Rahul Pratap just tucking in behind. But both X-Play drivers getting their stops in and completed. Oswin Wilson now. Will he take his pit stop now? Yes, he is. Look at that line. He's taking it. And he's into the pits. Where is Martin Webster? There he is. 48 seconds from the leaders. And both X-Play drivers are together. Tavar Clark, bit of a lockup there. And it's Oswin Wilson now in his stop. Both X-Play drivers are going to have to hustle now, especially Martin Webster. He's on a mission. No sign of Oswin coming out just yet. We're keeping an eye on Oswin Wilson on our telemetry. He's not out yet. He's still in the pits. He's now coming out. Oswin Wilson now rolling out to the pits. Martin Webster now coming out to the front straight. But it won't be enough. And the pit stop won't matter because Martin Webster, although he has jumped his teammate, it's not going to be enough to jump the leader of Oswin Wilson. And Oswin now holding that gap of 4 seconds. And in 1 minute, we will have our competition caution, which will mean all the drivers will not be able to stop. So all the guys now probably getting in their stops early on. Now, there you see Rahul Pratap getting his drive-through penalty sorted out. Tavar Clark into the pits. Danny Nasir, I believe he pits earlier. And there is Curtis Gregory also coming into the pits as well. Danny Nasir improving. Overtaking Tavar Clark. Zanella gets a drive-through for cutting. So he will have to serve that. From race director's orders. So this competition caution will mean the drivers will be bunched up. And as soon as they're bunched up, when race director feels like they will be going racing, and it will be happening in just a few seconds. You will now hear race director take over.
Caution still coming out.
So, competition caution is out. Caution is out. Yellow flags, yellow flags. Leaders, please slow down. If you have not caught up to the leaders, you are allowed to go at full pace to catch up to the leaders.
Hawkins and I'll drive past.
It is a competition caution. There will be no overtaking.
Just drove by me.
Yep, Zanella, if you did overtake illegally, please give that place back. Actually, see you in the pits now. If it is serving your penalty, you are allowed to do that. That goes for anyone. If you guys do have any any penalties you have to take, you can take them, but you are not allowed to do any maintenance with your car. So the pits are completely closed. You're allowed any drive-throughs. If you have a stop-go, you can. You are just not allowed to do any tire changes. We are waiting to bunch up everyone.
Can the lead lap cars go by?
We will bunch up everyone first, and we'll let you know after. So remember, if you haven't caught up to the pack, you are allowed to go full speed, full pace. So Osmond, that pace is perfect, thank you. And we're gonna keep it single file. So we're just waiting now for Curtis Gregory and Klaus, who are the last two drivers who are yet to catch up. All right, lapped cars are allowed to overtake. Lapped cars are allowed to overtake.
Do you want to say who they are?
Yep, that is Lance Nasir. That is...
Curtis?
Curtis is already at the back.
Okay.
No, I just caught up to the field for the first time.
Yeah, but you're at the back of the line, so you're
Okay.
already correct where you are, and yeah, you're fine.
Sure, you can lap down.
Here's a lap down.
Well, then unlap yourself, Curtis.
Yeah, Curtis, you know what? All right, you can go. You can go.
So Curtis and Lance can go by.
Yeah. And Klaus, you are now caught up to the pack, so we'll be going green this lap. So remember, keep it single file, keep it single file. You can see Osmond trying to get some heat into those fresh new softs. Alright, so from this point forward, no weaving anymore, so we're just going to stay completely single file lined up. So once the green flag has dropped, pits will be open again. Alright, Oswin, you are waiting for my cue to go green. And Oswin Wilson now flashing the headlights. He is ready for this sprint because Martin Webster is not going to make the same mistake of letting go an opportunity once again. Green flag, green flag. And it looks like Martin Webster is not wasting any time. He is on the outside trying to get the move done. Looks like he has once again. Same story. And it looks like Roll Breton in the mix as well, losing out a little bit. And Zanella moving himself up into third. Oswald Wilson has lost big time. Zanella actually going wide there. But it's Oswald Wilson not getting the jump. But here it's Oswald Wilson on the McLaren. That is a stock McLaren he's going up against, so it should be easy work done for him. Here they come down to the hairpin. It is Martin Webster followed by Marlon Young and Oswin Wilson. Now big lockup for all the guys in the back, but it looks like they get it going. We see them get it going, and it stays green. 13 minutes left to go into the session now. And now the race is on. The final sprint. Zanella almost running into the back of Oswin Wilson. They're very, very close. Raul Pratap trying to survive there. Danny Nasir makes work of Raul Pratap. There he goes. They're up into P5. But it's back to the leaders now. Martin Webster, followed by Marlon Young, and Oswin Wilson is already on the gap. 13 minutes left to go into this race now. This is the ultimate battle here. The Porsche not getting the jump from the very beginning, from the start of this race, and Nella spins it! Klaus also getting it 180'd, but they both get it racing again. Zanella, oh no, up into P4, loses it completely. Now this is your ultimate battle. Now back to watching this lead. Can Oswin Wilson get back his lead and take the win of this race? Can Marlon Young try to get past his teammate? Or will he be playing second fiddle and holding up Oswin Wilson? We might be hearing some team orders going on as both of the Lexus cannot get the best of exits there. Marlon Young having to fight and defend once again against Oswin Wilson, this time not for the lead. Oswin pulls out, doesn't get anything done there. We look in the background, we see Danny Nasir and Tavar Clark, and look at this battle, the 4-car battle. Ooh, Tavar Clark.
Man.
Looks like he just sideswiped him completely there, Jaden Harrison. Oswin Wilson lost it. One time that we look away from that battle, Oswin Wilson has completely lost it. What has happened to the Porsches all of a sudden? Zanella once again losing it. And now Raul Pratap sliding that car out the exit. And now Oswin Wilson has 11 minutes to close down 8 seconds. What has happened to him? But it looks like the two X-Play drivers are free to fight each other now. It definitely looks like it. Oswin Wilson 8 seconds down. Not what he wanted whatsoever. Was it contact? We don't know. Klaus Klintz, 4 out of 5 on his cut tracks. One more. And that is a drive-through for him. He's currently running in P9. There you see in the back, Raul Pratap and Danny Nasir having a great scrap. As well as Tavar Clark. However, Tavar under review for an incident between himself and Jaden Harrison. Looked like he just sideswiped him and took him out, run him out of road. We don't know. Of course, race director will find that out, and you will know the updated points on our official Instagram. You see a car disappearing in the background? No, it looks like we are still running. Not too sure what that was. Run back up to the field now. It is now Marlon Young versus Martin Webster. We've not seen an X-Play 1-2 in a very long time. Can these guys hold it together for 9 minutes and 46 seconds? Can both of these drivers bring the cars home for an X-Play 1-2? Or will we see a very good battle to the end? We will find out. Oswin Wilson, however, he's not done yet. He's down 6 seconds. Fastest lap, a 1:40.022. Gained up in the third sector there. This is where it's all going to come down to. Oswin Wilson is just going to have to put his head down and work for this. And this will be a historic win if he can pull it off. There we see Danny Nasir and Raul Pratap, both of the Bentley, struggling, as this is not a high-speed track. You see all the lockup coming from that Porsche, and Danny Nasir there as he almost runs it off completely. All that tire smoke there just going away. But we look back here, Oswin Wilson now. We're actually going to take a look at this battle right now. There is your battle. 5 seconds it is. There you see. No!
What did you do, Oswin?
Oswin Wilson putting it down the inside of the lapped car. No! Oswin Wilson trying to put it down the inside of a lapped car of Lance Nasir, and he's completely lost it. Looks like Lance Nasir puts himself into the pits there, but this brings big news to X-Play and Raul Pratap. We said it so many times in Indy. This guy just been getting so lucky out here. He is now 11 seconds now, and Danny Nasir has a chance to put himself in the podium positions. Oswin Wilson, though, drama. He's now in 6th. Anything can happen, though. We could see any cautions come out. Zanella into the pits. And we do see Klaus. He's not actually repaired his damage, I don't believe, since the very beginning of this race. Oswin Wilson now, he is on the charge now. 4/10 off of Tavar Clark. But now we're going to see a different side of Oswin, I believe. This is probably going to be a side of Oswin that is very aggressive, and more incidents there. All right, virtual safety car, virtual safety car. Let's bunch up as soon as possible. Leaders, please slow down. Ooh, we see Marlon Young. No overtaking. Marlon Young running it very wide. Race director has called a virtual safety car. So let's get you guys packed up as soon as possible. So if you are not at to the lead cars yet, you guys are allowed to go at full pace. Oswin Wilson and Tavar Clark with a 2-car incident, and you know that any incident that happens with more than 2 cars or more is a safety car. In this case, the race director has called a virtual safety car, and everyone's gonna get bunched up, but there's 6 minutes left to go with no extra lap. All right, so Martin, if you can slow down the pace just a little bit more, let's see if we can get green flag racing on this lap. Ooh, there you can see the damage on Jaden Harrison's car as they all try to catch up now. There is Oswin Wilson. Oswin given a second chance now to try to make up some big time positions. We know the Porsches are not the best off of launch.
You don't have to wait for the start finish.
We want to bunch up everyone first, and yeah, I mean we could also go on the straight that you guys are on right now. You guys will know early on. All right, Martin, you can increase that pace.
Here's also 3, 2, 1, hey, green flag.
Yeah, I can do the countdown.
No, don't count down, say green flag. That's confusing.
All right.
Yeah, I count down people jumps in. Say green flag.
All right, you guys are under my cue. The flag can drop at any time, so be prepared now. So race director has called it out. They will not wait until the front straight, as there is only 4 minutes left to go. Green flag, green flag, green flag. And race director has allowed them to go racing once more. But with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in this one. Danny Nasir on the hard charge now. Gonna try to see if he can get past Rahul Pratap, who's currently running in the podium positions. Ooh, Danny Nasir, does he get tapped? Not too sure. We stay green, we stay green. Martin Webster still in the lead, but look at the battle in the back. It's 3 wide almost. Oswin Wilson backs out, but he loses a position to Zanella. And Zanella makes way. The ultimate battle for third looks to be. With 3 minutes left to go. Ooh, we see a bit of lock up. It's Zanella. He's lost it again. Puts him down into 9th. We stay green, we stay green. See dive bombs being made. You can see Oswin Wilson trying to do everything now. He's got a real sprint now to bring it back. He's in P6. And Marlon Young has approximately 2.5 laps to win this one. This is a teammate battle. Rahul Pratap is lurking in the background. Can we see an amazing finish, or will we see the X-Play drivers come together? We don't know. Klaus gets a drive-through for speeding. No. That might be Klaus's race done with. Alright, so from this point forward, there will be no more cautions or virtual safety cars. There will be no more cautions or virtual safety cars. Green flag to the end. So race director has said it. Race director has said that it is green flag racing to the end. 1:35 left to go. They're essentially...
Multi 2-1, Marlon.
Multi 2-1! That is team orders. Martin Webster has called out team orders. We've heard it. But is Marlon going to respect team orders? He's right there. This is going to be controversy. If it's multi 2-1, we know Martin Webster. No, they're swapping it. It actually is Marlon Young who's going to take it. Team orders in effect. And it looks like Marlon Young is going to take this lead. Look in the background, though. Danny Nasir just squeezing in. He manages to get it going again. I'm surprised it's not spun around. But with 45 left to go, the team orders has been put in place. Marlon Young is in the lead. Rahul Pratap in third. Tavar Clark in fourth. However, Oswin Wilson fighting back hard. With 23 seconds left to go, looks like these guys are going to be on one more lap to go. Did we see the move? No, we didn't. You see in the background, Danny Nasir running it very wide. We go back up to the front. Is Marlon going to slow down to let this race end? It does look like this race is going to end. He's not going to make it for another lap. That means it is actually going to be an X-Play 1-2. Rahul Pratap just going to hold on to P3. Man, oh man. Tavar in P4, Oswin in P5. Harrison in 6th. Danny Nasir in 7th. Zanella in 8th. Klaus in 9th. Curtis in 10th. What a race. And Klaus gets a 20-second time penalty for his struggles. Amazing battle. And they park up perfectly.
No, the last hit, I couldn't tell anything, but the one before was definitely my fault, especially under the safety car. Sorry, man. It was definitely my fault. But the last one, I just, like, you brake right when I didn't really expect it, even though it's a breaking point, but you break earlier than I thought you would. So that's why I said sorry, my bad. But that was intentional. So I'm really sorry if it messed up your race. The ones before, yeah, as I said, I would take full blame too because I should have done better.
That's my point. You can't keep repeating the same mistake over and over.
Yeah, but it's not the same. But I was like,
then it's no longer
Off the stream, guys. We're still streaming, guys.
All right, well, we'll discuss it after the stream, but I want to congratulate the top 3 here. Marlon Young, Martin Webster, and Raul Pratap. That was an amazing race, and we're going to start it off with Raul Pratap. Man, every time you come here to race, we always find you on the podium. Did you expect yourself to finish in 3rd?
No, actually, this Bentley was like really slow. Now I'm not gonna lie, and the tires went off at the end there. I barely made the last corner. Damn, the tough race.
Yeah, take us to that one from start to finish. How was that for you?
It was I don't know. I just had some sort of pace in me with this fuel load, and well, the restarts were the most sketchiest as turn 1 is like so tight. I think after the mandatory caution, I just got swallowed up by the entire field and dropped all the way to 7th, and then I guess some shenanigans happened in front, and Oswin got into some sort of incident, and I got 3rd place.
Indeed, man, and that is a great 3rd place for you, especially your first race out, since you barely put in any practice for this car, especially the fact that all these guys have had 2 races under their belt, and you've put it in P3. Congratulations, what a race for you.
Thank you.
Martin Webster, we heard at the end there, Team Orders Multi-21. We thought you were going to take that win, but you gave it to your teammate. How was that race for you?
Well, yeah, congratulations to my teammate because, I mean, a lot of the work is done by him. He was clearly faster than me today by about 2/10. After I was trying to hold off Oswin because Oswin was plenty quick. I was trying to hold off Oswin, but then I got caught in the slipstream, the hairpin, and I bungled it up, and then they just pulled away and left me. I was able to claw it back and then try the undercut strategy, but I only ended up undercutting Marlon because he got into a little kerfuffle in the pit lane. So, but he deserved the win because all the time he was right there. He was faster than me, like 2-3 tenths faster. So, yeah. But other than that, it was fun. On the restart, when we as a team we got Oswin. I did that for Marlon because Oswin and us always have really good battles, and he was the class of the field today because he was really fast. So, a lot faster.
Indeed, yeah. But you have brought it home in P2. Congratulations for you.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Marlon Young, you've done it. That is your race win, and that is your team X-Play 1-2. How was that one for you?
Pretty intense. I got a lead at the start, and I was trying to be consistent, but for some reason, I was kept pressuring me, and I was buckling under the pressure, and I made a few mistakes. He could have passed me a few times, but I defended well. But he got a good drive out, I think, turn 3 or 4. And down the straight, he was able to slipstream me and pass me. And he was starting to pull away, so I just let me just pit early. And I knew we had the caution coming up, so I was preparing for round 2. And it worked perfect. I had to back out a bit because Martin was on the outside. Oswin was in the middle. And if I kept going, I would have taken out Martin. So I had to lift off. I let Martin go wrong turn 1 first. But it was crazy. That was fun. I want to look back at that. That was the best moment for me in the race.
Indeed, yeah, you got us all glued to our screen, and a special shout out to you, Oswin. That was an amazing race from you, and a shame to what have happened at the end. But that is racing at the end of the day, and that was an entertaining one for sure. I want to thank you all for coming out and racing here today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you in 2 weeks for the next round. You guys can say your last goodbyes now.
Yeah, thanks for coming out, everybody.
Danny, what I'm saying, I couldn't help it because
All right, just moving away from the chat there. What a race that was. Marlon Young takes the victory after team orders, but it looks pretty peaceful in the paddock. It's an X-Play 1-2. Did you guys have that in your bingo cards? Let me know in the comments if you did. But that is your race done and dusted. It was a shame that we didn't see Oswin in that fight to the very end. We have to look back and figure out what had happened to him at the end there. One thing's for sure, I don't think he's giving up that easy. He'll be back. But ladies and gentlemen, that is your race. Next week, Saturday, we will not be hosting a race. We'll be pushing it down to Friday for the announcement of the Honda Indy Toronto. Yes, that is correct. If you guys want to join us here Friday evening, the Honda Indy Toronto. We'll see these guys in a doubleheader. 2 NTO is what I'd like to call it. It'll be an announcement with these guys shortly in the chat. But if you want to get into the action yourself, a link is in the description down below to join up our Discord. And if you want to help us and support Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club, you can go ahead, hit that subscribe button. We're so close to 150 subscribers. Help us on our goal by hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you never miss out on anything. If you want more news on Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club, go ahead and follow us on Instagram and Facebook for all the latest news, points updates, and all the sorts there. My name is Rahul Nisir from Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. That was an extraordinary fun race. The first time we had a wheel spin, as you see on the screen there, and it shows 19 minutes left. Will we see the return of this wheel spin? Who knows? Who knows? One thing's for sure. This GT3 racing is just awesome to watch. In 2 weeks, we head to Imola. And that should be an amazing race. I'm excited for it. You're excited for it. We'll see you in 2 weeks for GT3 racing. We'll be still streaming the Honda Indy Toronto on Friday, subject to change, of course. But if you want to get into that action, join us in our Discord. We'll see you next week. My name is Rahul Nasir from Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. I'm signing out. Have a good one.